Rolling.
Just so you know, I did not stop my recording.
That's all right. I'll just have to line it up with here.
Okay. It's time for the tee-off time. It's time for the tee-off section of our weekly program.
Why don't you say it's time to tee off?
Is it time to tee off?
Yeah, just say
Why
that.
don't you just say it? Hey, it's time to tee off.
That's far too seductive. You sound too you sound way too happy.
I know. That's the problem, right? And it's like the exact opposite of what's going to happen tonight. I can't help it. It's in me. All right, everybody. We're looking back on some feedback, and listeners who share feedback, honestly, we love the critiques and the suggestions and the ideas. One thing that is commonly in my stream all day is things about the vaccine and whether or not people should take it. And we did that episode 40, stick it in your butt or your arm.
That was weeks ago.
Like it's outdated information. Maybe our minds have changed. And by the way, we should say that we're recording this. I think it's on a full moon, by the way, April 25th, 2021. That's for the historical archives. But as far as the immune system thing is concerned, that's my own wishful thinking. No different than you rubbing crystals together, and or whatever method you think is best. Maybe it's eating a Twinkie that you think helps your immune system fight off a virus. And whatever that is, there comes the moral component, and that's what we want to talk about tonight. And it's getting the vaccine for your fellow human being, that by you being healthy, you're protecting the health and well-being and lives of others. And we've battled since day one on this podcast with loving the other, because sometimes our fellow human being is a piece of shit, and they often frustrate us to no end. If you're listening to this in your car, just take note that there are people next to you who might run you off the road if you don't turn signal, if you don't, well, you should be run off the road if you don't use a turn signal, to be fair.
But you got to keep your head on the swivel and be ready for it in the event that you don't do so.
I guess it's what's a justifiable reaction to stupidity or idiocy. And sometimes I look and I'm like, maybe the herd does need to be thinned, but that's not for me to decide, because I'm ultimately not God, nor am I pretending to be. I just want to have a funny and rational conversation about who should live and who shouldn't with relation to, should I take the vaccine?
Yeah, this has been an ongoing dilemma for a while now. And in light of some of my recent events, I really don't give a fuck about people at all, dude. Oh, and this virus thing, as far as the vaccine goes, I don't want to purport any sort of misinformation. This is strictly my personal belief. If they're going to treat this like the flu 2.0 and just make people get vaccines every year or whatever, then I'm good on holding off on it. I've been healthy so far, and I know that this may sound selfish or conceited, but if we're worried about protecting the other, like I said, I could kind of give a fuck less about the other. A dude fucking punched me in the face in a fucking gas station today. So you fucking tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to give a fuck about. Protecting that person?
You were coming in hot there, T. Is it possible? You sound juiced up. Is it possible you deserve to be punched?
I went straight in a straight lane, and this person proceeded straight through a right turn only lane and then almost T-boned me as I went into a gas station. Proceeded to go around the block, come into the gas station, and punch me in the face because I honked at them and asked what the fuck when they almost T-boned me. So you be the judge. The
Judge
audience
Dredd
can be the judge. Give us your feedback. If you go,
is this like a Pittsburgh?
If you
a
break
Pittsburgh
the law,
left?
no. A Pittsburgh left is when you go left before they go straight. This person went straight through a right turn only lane into a non-existent lane. There was only one lane. I was in it, and they were behind me to the right. And then when I went to turn into this gas station, they failed to turn right at the right turn only and almost hit me.
They were like looking down on their phone, jerking around.
The driver must have been, yeah. And I just yelled out my window, what the fuck? And they came back and the dude came into the store and punched me in the face. And then I, shove him away. I'm shocked. I'm trying to deal with this. And the cashier dude's like just not having it. Just like not doing any of this shit inside. This dude proceeds to run outside. Mind you, he's not wearing a mask. And anytime you step foot in the gas station here, they tell you to put the mask on. So this dude just let the dude walk in with no mask and then let him punch me in the face. So I go outside because I'm concerned that this dude's going to fuck with my car. And I need that for my livelihood at the moment. And a scuffle kind of ensues in front of my car. And at which point, we break apart. And I'm asking for help. And the cashier who has come outside says, no, I'm not going to help you. And I'm like, you could call the police, do something. So this guy doesn't give a fuck either. He doesn't give a fuck about what happens. I could have been shot. So I have this moment where I take 2 steps towards my car. And I have things in there that I could use. I mean, the hatchet's in there.
We took down a tree with that hatchet.
Yeah. You took down a tree with that hatchet.
R.I.P. to the tree, by the way.
Right.
R.I.P.
So do you think I'd have a hard time burying that in the side of somebody's skull?
And if you did, I saw what you did to the tree. Physically, I believe you could recommend skull with a hatchet.
I think I'd probably kill him. Yeah, right? Because that was the thought going through my head. And so I have to deal with these intrusive thoughts as I'm being assaulted, and I have to make a split-second decision. Do I go ahead and escalate this to the point where I prove that I'm the more macho man here? I didn't have to use the hatchet. I didn't even throw a punch. I attempted to just try and get this guy in a chokehold because, again, you've seen the damage that I've done with the hatchet, and I've shared the story with how I broke my hand with you, have I not?
Okay. Yeah. But have you shared it with the listeners? That's the question. Have you shared with the listeners how you broke your hand?
Well, the uncle fucker was lying to me about fucking my uncle. And so I repeated to her, I know what's going on. We all know. Everybody in the room knows. So can you just please tell me the truth? And when I say everybody in the room, that's figuratively. It was just her and I. She continued to lie. And so I drove my fist into the floor because I was so angry. And I was angry with her, but I'm not going to harm her. I'm not the type of person that wants to harm other people. I direct my anger inwardly very often. That's why I have scars on my body. That's why I tried to kill myself. That's just the mindset I have when I have fits of rage. And so I drove my hand into the ground and it split like a drawbridge. Just broke in half.
Fucking John Henry or a karate guru?
I don't know. But all I know is that if I hit somebody in the face with that magnitude of force, they'd be fucked up. It would at least knock them back that if I hit them again with that magnitude of force, then they'd have a serious problem.
Some people can take a punch.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy came in and punched me and I was fine.
Yeah.
But
he gave you his best juice, like Is he taller than you? Did you want to describe him like weight?
No, he was definitely heavier than me.
Yeah.
Probably the same height,
Heavier?
but
Okay, a little clumsy then maybe.
yeah, he definitely, like when I was pulling him around, he definitely did not have his wits about him. And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I could kill this guy right now if I wanted to. I'm like, this isn't, I can't, it's not worth my time. It's a bad situation. But then I'm left with these self-esteem issues where I feel like a bitch. And I don't mean to offend any female listeners or anybody out there. I'm just.
No, you used it. You got to own it now.
Right? But you know what I mean. You get what I'm trying to say.
Of course. Like, I mean, this is what we do.
Right. Just also want to clarify for the historical record.
Well, it's like if you were in a cage, you know, with compression shorts on, which are only acceptable to wear in that situation. Apparently, you're not allowed to wear compression shorts otherwise, which I want to tee off on that in a second.
Yes, in that instance.
You recognize that you could kill someone.
Yeah, I had, and what bothers me is I had the same thought run through my head the night before. Zach is over at the house, proceeds to break the curtain rod down off of the ceiling or wall, and then blames it on the dog that hops up and down on the couch all day long and never breaks the curtain rod. And then he's sitting here saying that I'm being an asshole. And it's like, bro, you just came into my house and broke my shit. And then he goes outside. And as he's going outside, he, closes Frank's like head in the door kind of. And that I was like, bro, you don't hurt my dog. And he's standing at the top of the stairs going, what you going to do about it? Bro, what I could do about it right in that instance is kick you in the fucking face, watch your head smack off the fucking cement and leave you there. And say you must have tripped down the stairs on your way out. That's what I could fucking do. But I didn't. Instead, I let you walk away and decided that I'm never going to let you waste any of my fucking time ever again. I'm sick of people. And I hate to sound like such an asshole. But fuck people. When people do this type of shit to you, how are you supposed to feel about the human race? I told you I tried to commit suicide, bro, when I was 23. That was fucking close to fucking 8 years ago. And people have still not shown me anything better. So what are you supposed to feel?
Kill Zach. If you could kill Zach, that means you could kill me. I mean, Lord knows I have not made it easy on you.
Well, right. But that's just the thing is I don't like having these types of thoughts. I know what I can do. I don't want to do that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a violent person. I don't want to be a violent person. So why are people being so violent?
Well, people are constantly angry. And
I'm the angriest. That's my point. I'm the angriest. So please, for the sake of everybody, do not ever bring those demons out of me.
Do you think you attract it like it's part of your aura?
I'm sure it is. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm loud.
What if you wore like dashikis or something? Maybe if you changed your clothing, then that would maybe calm your image a bit.
Yeah, like, I'm wearing my rainbow glasses and everything like that, so I'm sure, this guy thinks, oh, here we go. I can just pick on this little fairy or something.
Fruitcake. Fruitcake is the preferred term.
But it's sad. And like,
wear the rainbow glasses, and that is to maybe soften the tone. I feel like you can wear certain clothing. I guess not a MMA shirt or some type of whatever they wear. I don't know what the MMA crowd wear.
I'm wearing
maybe less of
a
that.
Sprite. I'm wearing
maybe less compression shorts. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm wearing jeans.
I got this thing all wrong.
And
those are like leather sandals or something?
No, jeans. I'm wearing jeans, like denim jeans.
That's very Eastern European.
And
maybe tone that down.
Like, I don't know what the fuck I can do, bro, but it's seriously like I'm just sick of this bullshit.
Why are you yelling at people in a car? Why are you?
But he almost hit me. He almost fucking hit me.
What the hell do you do all day? Drive around in your car?
Right?
Maybe that's your problem. See, I don't have these problems. I stay at home all day.
Well, that's what I'm
sheltered
working.
up.
That's why I'm trying to retire early so that I can go and get my cabin in the woods and then avoid society for the rest of my life.
Ted Kaczynski did that.
I'm trying to.
Tip.
I'm trying. God.
Henry David Thoreau, didn't he do that? That's in New Jersey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did, not in Pennsylvania.
But he took off for a little bit. Yeah. I want to do that.
Talk about the cashier. They're not enforcing the mask policy, nor are they assisting customers. Like what is this, Dante from Clerks?
This isn't even the Seinfeld situation where they're just bystanders that didn't know that there was a law and just this guy, as I asked for help.
Seinfeld law? I got it confirmed again on the feedback. I do. A lot of people think of me as Kramer, but continue, please.
I'm asking for help, and the guy says no. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Is this a Giant or is this Circle K? What?
Country Fair.
Oh, yeah. Is that...
So small business of the week?
We got a small business, that Country Fair over there. Now, I don't know anything about a country fair because we don't have those in Arizona.
No,
so
it's just
what
Erie.
is the reputation?
This is Erie.
What is
This is just Erie's reputation. These people, this is why I don't want to live here anymore, man.
What about the business model of country fairs? Like, what are they, VHS videos on sexual harassment? What, like,
I don't
what's
fucking
the human
know
resources?
what
Do you
they're.
come to expect customer service at country fairs? What I'm asking.
Apparently not. Apparently fucking not. At the other country fair I go to, I walk in the store and they have my blunts already waiting on the counter for me because they know me. Walk into this country fair, the guy tells me to go fuck myself as I get punched in the face. So I don't really know if it's anywhere in between. It's one of the spectrum or the other.
I think this was a really traumatic situation. I don't think anybody deserves to be punched for any reason. And we don't condone violence on the Catch the Sky podcast.
That's why I didn't punch back.
Question whether that's, and I admire you for that. I would have sized the person up and determined whether or not it was. Actually, I probably would have surrendered. Honestly, I feel like with the injury right now with the hip, I'm in no condition to be fighting anybody. I'm trying to heal over here. I'm not trying to unnecessarily.
Well, I've had enough head injuries already. I've told you that.
Yeah. No condition. So that's what I'm saying. Just wear yoga pants and I don't know, like people try to oh man, I'm going to have one of these again. Oh my goodness.
Well, before you get too far off the rails, let's just wrap this episode up with the ongoing question of whether or not we really give a fuck about people. Because I still don't have an answer.
Some people I love, most of the Catch the Sky pod, anybody who listens to this, obviously I love. First and foremost, I just want you to know that. Number one, yes. Everyone else sucks. Everyone else is poop.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Yeah. Fuck them. We're glad to have you in our family, but fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
I feel like this is how cults and gangs get started.
We're taking applications. Go ahead and send us your resume to @CatchTheSky.
Yes. Yeah. Go to, you may search for the Catch the Sky podcast on Instagram or Facebook, or reach out to us on Twitter @CTSTerry or @CTSSafe. You may submit your resume and applications there.
Thank you, everybody. I hope we made you laugh, and now you'll seriously consider whether or not you could kill somebody.
Jesus.
Or just take a bong rip and eat some cookies.
Until Friday, everybody, keep trying to catch the sky.